Tell me a little bit about yourself and what your background is.
Well, just like we said last time, military, family man, 5 kids. Have my beautiful wife. We just moved here 2 years ago from Gainesville, Florida. We're working as a tennis instructor. I love doing my real estate business. Yeah, man. So that's in a little nutshell. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, for sure. And what do you feel like is the biggest motivation for wanting to make passive income?
My father, ever since I was a little kid, even though I didn't understand it, always tell me, "Oh, if you are working for somebody, you will never make it." I'm from Haiti. To grow up and watch my dad had his own movie theater, had his own business, right? So that to me was always in the back of my mind, right? So when you hear about if you're not making money while you're sleeping, you didn't make it yet, that's my drive. Literally, when I wake up, I go to Pam, right? Because all I do is put Pam and the whole link comes up. I sign up. That's literally after my prayer. That's the first thing I open up.
What did you try before ATN when it came to looking for passive income? What did you actually try to do?
I tried. There was this infomercial that I saw with this guy saying that they would build the store for you, which is Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
They would build a store for you or whatever you choose, which didn't cost anything, and it was $1 for 3 months, $1 every month for on Shopify, and after 3 months, it was like $105. But yet, when you get the products on there, you have to do those commercials. You have to get the product out there. You got to get the store known. Those are the things that you don't hear, right? Those are things that they don't tell you. And now I find myself scrambling, trying to make a sale. By the time I'm trying to make a sale, now every month I'm gonna have to pay $105 to Shopify, right? $50 to $100 a day to run ads, and it was just not working. It just didn't do the work, or either I don't know if it's me who didn't know what I was doing.
How did you hear about us? Like, was there like a particular ad or like a video that like piqued your interest?
It was the infomercial. And I know you talk to a lot of people, right? But I spoke to you once. I remember everything I said to you.
Yeah.
And when I saw the infomercial, what really caught me, to tell you the truth, was this. I kid you not, right? I love seeing my people doing things, right? Of course, I did my due diligence. I did some homework. And that plus it's being passive just blew my mind, right? And I'm like, look, if that's the last thing I do, I really feel like it felt good. Some way, somehow, it felt good somehow. Because the only thing I was doing was I was looking for something to get me off of it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I was looking for something. I stayed away from all the good things I was hearing. I was literally looking for something to get me off of it, and I couldn't find it. So I did do my due diligence. I spoke to Julio a couple of times, watched all the videos, and listen, man, I'm telling you, I felt I didn't feel a bad thing. I didn't have a bad vibe at all anywhere in me to tell me, look, just sit back or just watch. And then I pulled the trigger, man.
Then you didn't necessarily feel skeptical when you were about to join. It's just before you actually joined, you were just like, let me just do my due diligence. Let me just make sure that I can't find anything bad about this company and then make a decision.
The only thing that pushed me to do that because I didn't feel anything bad about it. Skepticism exists. If you're not skeptic about things, you're not alive.
Yeah.
Right. So, but that was the first thing. And then I just hammered it and looking for something bad. Yeah. I just went at it.
What channels did you turn over? Google and LinkedIn or?
LinkedIn, just like you said, YouTube. So I even saw this infomercial that start with ATN is a scam. Go on YouTube, just type it up. It's a scam. I'm like, all right, good. There you go. Like I opened it and it's like, it's almost as if they didn't find anything themselves. Yeah. And was I disappointed? No, I wasn't disappointed. I'm like, this is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
After all my due diligence, that's what I'm expecting, right? And when it all resonated with me like that, and it's a no-brainer. It's like, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger and look, if it works out, thank you, Lord. And if it doesn't, look, we tried, you know?
So how would you say that the setup was, the onboarding process and how everything went with Julio to get started?
Oh man, that's a no-brainer, man. I'm talking to you now, you're answering me. I'm saying something, you say something back. It's a no-brainer. Let's put it that way. You have 10 Julios in there, that business is going to the moon. That's all I can say. Brother was there. Anytime we were trying to get in touch together, he was there. And he made it as simple as possible. It was like 1, 2, 3. The only thing is the things that he can't control. like
Mhm.
transferring funds and stuff like that. That's not his control. So everybody has to wait. But
Yeah.
he did his part, man.
How about the ongoing communication? It's been a few months now with your success manager, Julio.
It's perfect. Not a problem. Julio's in the Dominican Republic. I talked to him. He's in Phoenix now. I'm telling you where he is, right? Right? So
Yeah.
he's in Phoenix now. We talk. Whether he's back in the state, it's like I said, brother. From that point, if I'm the one to say, go ahead and give him that raise, go ahead and give him that raise. I'm not.
He just recently got a raise, so we got to keep him level-headed, right? We can't have
Of
him
course,
get
of
his head
course.
too big. He'll start to think he's me here soon. So I
That's
got
what
to
you
keep.
want, right? That's what you want
Yeah,
from people that are working with you. When they start thinking that they're you, it's because you're doing something positive. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So that's the good part. The guy was moving his mother's stuff. He was in a moving van when he picked up my call,
Mm,
right? So these little things tell me I'm in a good place,
yeah.
right?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So it's all good. He's in a moving van with his brother, moving stuff, and he answered a video call to walk me through something. These things, to me, that's what makes a company.
Yeah. That was gonna be my question. What do you think that makes ATN different than other types of opportunities?
It's those little things. It's those little things, really. You
Yeah.
know, it's those little things. I mean, I've tried a couple of things, like I said before. This is my first time talking to an owner of the company that I've been trying things with.
On your end, right? Like, how quickly was it that you already started generating passive income with us?
It's been fine. Whether it's growing, it's coming back down. That's how it works. That's how it goes. So we're rolling with the punches, right?
Yeah,
My
100%.
biggest thing, like I've been telling Julio all the time, is how do I grow? You
Yeah,
know, because I was telling him in one of the infomercials that I was listening to that I always see, still comes up on my feed, by the way.
yeah,
You still come up, right? So what catches me now is when you can make 5,200 a month
mm,
passive income, and I'm saying to myself, this is where I want to get to. How do
mhm,
I get? And I'm
yeah.
like, this is going to be one of the questions today.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people that are kind of getting to the 5+ figures and close to 6 figures in passive monthly income, it's really either a combination of a large upfront like deposit into the account or it's compounding. Typically, it's a combination of both. But that's how you get to the bigger numbers as far as how much. But of course, again, everybody starts with where they're comfortable and then kind of builds up from that point. And Julio is that best person because he sees all of the strategies that all of our clients use in order to be able to kind of get to their ultimate goal of whether it's 10K, 20K, whatever it is, passively. So that would be the way. It's to compound, if not to continue to add some capital to it so that ultimate your principal gets bigger, so then the percentage, even if it remains the same, the amount of income that you get from it is going to be a lot different.
Okay. All right.
Newton, what we do is we compare ourselves only to the traditional vehicles for growth, which are stocks and real estate. Traditionally, it's 7 to 10% per year, respectively, of both of those different vehicles. How would you compare what you've seen so far to those traditional vehicles?
The only thing that makes ATN looks a lot better than real estate to me is because the interest rate is a little higher.
Mhm.
Right? People are not buying as much, right? So I would rent a property right now before I sell it.
Yeah.
Okay, because rent is so high, and that number, right, in comparison, because based on the property or where it's at, the prices vary, right?
Hmm.
Versus, I don't have to worry about the tenant breaking a light. I don't have to worry about the tenant crashing a door. I don't have to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I have 100 grand right now, I'm not kidding you. I'm not telling you this because I'm talking to you. I'm coming towards you before I put it in the property right now. That's a good thing. But the gold elite that's talking about 10 to 15%, right? I will go with that because there's less headache. I'm making that 15%, but there's so much outside the line of things that are happening over here that it's not happening here at ATN. But it's a no-brainer. Like I said, if I have 100 grand right now, I'm not even thinking about a property right now. It would be coming right through here.
I love it. And how passive would you say ATN is like after the onboarding phase?
I look at my phone every day. That's how passive it is. Again, see, I'm working on my speech to my people. So that kind of question I get all the time. When you say passive, how passive? I just pull out my phone and I said, this is what I do every day. I don't do anything. I'm just showing you exactly what I do every day. And to me, and right there and then, that from my friend, and I could see the answer was right there. It's like he was like, you could see his eyes. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, I just showed you what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I said, one thing you need to understand, when you're first starting, there are things that you're going to need to do. Understand that. I said, you went to school before you became a doctor. You have to go to school. You have to get whatever. You have to get all the licenses, right? They didn't just put you in a hospital. He goes, I understand. I said, it's the same process. Just respect the process, understand the process. It's going to happen. It happens fast. Once you do, you are done.
Yeah.
Just let them do their job and check your phone every day, just like I do. And it's like, he's like, all right, let me connect me with Julio.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and once I did that, he's like, all right, connect me with Julio. I love what I'm hearing. And I'm like, look, I don't even know what's going on here, man. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know right now. I will learn later, but right now I have no idea. All I know is it's green and you can see the numbers. I don't know what to tell you, but it's right here.
Yeah.
I get on my phone, he's looking at it. That's all I know.
I love it. So at this point, where would you rank ATN compared to the other ventures that you've tried, like Shopify and others?
Man, think about it. I never made anything with these other things, right? And again, I look at my phone, it's, be straight up with you, $23.97.84.
Mm.
It's right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this is me. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah. Could you tilt it down just a little bit?
Yeah, hold on.
There was a glare.
Get back. Oh, how did I lose that? Yeah, just like I said, I don't have to say a lot of things, right? Better?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. No, I can.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I pull out the phone and this speaks for me.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't like what you see here, there's nothing I can't.
Exactly.
Nothing else for me to say.
100%. So you would rank ATN at the top then?
Slightly above the top.
Slightly above the top.
Slightly above the top.
Love it. So, I mean, I know that you've already recommended us before, but why do you feel like for someone who is looking for the same type of opportunity, for it to be passive, for it to be growing more than stocks and real estate in the traditional sense, why should someone that's listening perhaps take action right now?
Because it's real. It's happening, right? It's not just word of mouth. It's not you telling me I'm not talking about these guys with Shopify. I don't talk about them because whatever they told me didn't realize. It didn't materialize. I didn't see it. Did they build a store? Yeah, they did. But was I left midway? I did. But here, like I said, I don't have to go anywhere else. Aaron, you already put everything right there for me, right? There isn't anything to say. Like I was telling Julio, as long as this is going, I'm there till the end.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, when you have results, right? Results always speaks for itself.
Exactly. I mean, and you saw testimonials beforehand.
All of them.
Yeah.
The one guy that I like a lot in everybody is that one gentleman. I think he's from Houston. He's a brother as well. I think he's a CFO of a company.
What was he saying? What was his story?
He was talking about bringing like millions of dollars from his company.
Perk.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So him, when I listen to him, I'm like, this guy driving. He gets it, and I get him.
Yeah.
So, but I don't do it in as big a scale as he's doing it. But the guys that I'm talking to, I know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know who they are. And when Julio said, I said, Julio, did you talk to Aaron about, what's the percentage of when you bring somebody in, what they do? He's like, yeah, it's 10%. I'm like, really? I can already do the math. I'm doing the math already, right? How do I get to 100?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, and that's what we care about, right? Because the people that know us the best are our actual members. They bring on people that are like-minded with them. It definitely works out really well for everybody involved. So for you, like, what would you say to people who may be like a little bit different than you, a little bit more skeptical, a little bit more afraid because they've been burned before, they've had a failed automation, things happen to them before? What would you maybe say to them?
I keep it simple. I told you, if I get technical, they're not gonna get in because I don't know anything technical to say. But tell them my experience. After telling them my experience, tell them when I got in, and then I pull out my phone and be like, "This is what we're dealing with."
Yeah.
I literally keep it that simple, Aaron. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding.
Yeah.
Because if I do anything else outside the realm of things, I'm gonna lose them.
Yeah.
And I got 4 people already just with that simple method.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
simple. I keep everything in my life simple. Even my teachings, I teach simple.
Yeah.
It's simple. You
Yeah.
know, I tell people all the time, if I can play tennis, so can you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I keep it simple because life is simple.
It doesn't have to be complicated, that's for sure.
We can complicate it.
Yeah, we can make it complicated.
We can complicate it, right? But I try my best to keep it simple. Even with this, like that's why I tell everybody, especially my close friends, because I already knew that I'm not gonna be able to say much, right? I didn't learn enough to say enough to convince them.
On that end, it's definitely something that it's always great for us to get connected. I know this is what, like, our second or so conversation, and we'll definitely continue to have them as we progress. And then I'll be seeing you hopefully in September in Phoenix.
Oh,
that'll be excellent.
you're gonna be in Phoenix in September?
That's so we'll send out communication here in the next maybe 30 or 45 days on where
Okay.
we're going to have a network meetup and, people in the community together. So we'll share more details of when that's going to happen and how, and then, for us, but we'll definitely connect before September. But I definitely appreciate your feedback. It's genuine. It's really something that is helpful for me to know where you're at with things. And I'm looking forward to, continued success with you.
Same here, man. Same here. Appreciate you, man. So, like I said, I love what's happening. I'm seeing it every day. I told you, after my prayer, that's the first thing I see.
Yeah.
So, that's where I am, man. That's where I am.
Love it. Newton, as always, it's a pleasure, and look forward to the next time we are able to get connected.
Same here, brother. Same here. Thank you so much.
All right. Enjoy your
All right.
day.
All right. Have a great one.